Yay! We are live! And I see all of the goddesses accumulating. Hello, hello, hello. All right, so this is so cool. I actually just realized when I was setting this up that this is my first Facebook Live broadcast. Now, I actually did broadcast yesterday, but someone was interviewing me, and someone else did the broadcast for us. So it's my first time broadcasting on Facebook Live. I've done YouTube Live, I've done Periscopes, I've done what else? Google Hangout, which is YouTube Live now, and live stream and all of that, and Ustream. But it's my first time doing Facebook Live. So I'm going to give a second for the folks to gather. We're doing the 12 days of Blissness. The 12 days of Blissness. Today is the first day of Blissness. Yeah, it's my own holiday that I've declared. The 12 days of Blissness Spiritual Business Success Camp. All right? Spiritual Business Success Camp. Hey, Jamie! Yay! So, Spiritual Business Success Camp is a free 12-day shift that we are doing for my Spiritpreneur warrior goddesses, okay? Now, previous programs, some of them were all inner game. This is all outer game. So, for example, yes, Jamie. For example, Jamie there was a participant in our Spiritpreneur Unblocked Energy Shift, which was an inner game program, all inner game. My Manifest Your Magic Monthly Moon Circles, again, all inner game, right? Support group, manifesting, inner game. This is about taking radical action toward making your business reach a greater audience, right? Create passive income so that you can make money in your pajamas, help you to live on purpose with pleasure and passion and profit. Can we say profit? This is very important for us as Spiritpreneurs, as Spiritpreneur warrior sisters, because we tend to have a different relationship with money and getting paid than other people. And so this is for you if you are a coach, a healer, a blogger, a creativepreneur, if you're a person that makes jewelry or has a focus on spirit and the soul and uplifting and doing, powerful work from that place. That's what this is about. Yes, I see Adana saying profit. Yes, can we get that again? Profit. Because a lot of us have, money blocks and money issues. And I've spoken about this before, and this is that's a totally different issue, but it is woven deep within the fibers of why we need a spiritual business success camp. Because if you were going to start, say, I always talk about my uncle who is an exterminator, right? My Uncle Khaled. My Uncle Khaled, he doesn't have issues with getting paid and getting his worth and building his business, because he knows that he has a service people needs. He put it out there. He's like, this is what I'm offering. You pay me for it. All right? Not as simple with us, but that's okay, because our goal, if you are watching this, my goal for you in 2017 is to triple your business, or at least double, but to triple your business. And it is possible because the tools are available to us. We are blessed and lucky that we are living at a time where we can reach our audience directly. And so if you have a heartfelt message or a heartfelt creative, brand, something that you're doing from the soul, like I said in the video that I did earlier, we would do this for free. A lot of us, if right now I inherited $100 million, I'd be like, yay, $100 million. Then after I came back from shopping and looking out for my family and everything, I would be right here talking to you about this exact same thing, because this is the work of my heart and soul. And so you deserve to be divinely compensated for what you do. You deserve to be able to make a profit. Profit is not a dirty word. With your passions, that The things that bring you pleasure and bring you joy don't need to be just your side hustle anymore, right? A lot of us, especially from my community, we know about doing a side hustle. What? I could create a side, give me 24 hours. I have 5 side hustles set up and they'll all be on and popping. But what I am wanting for you is for that thing that would be your side hustle, that thing that you would do for free, that thing that you are passionate about talking about, that thing that, for those of us who are multi-passionate individuals, for you to be able to make not good income, not good money. A lot of us talk about good money. She make good money, not good money, great money, abundant money by you serving more people than you can imagine. Let's leave room for the dream to be greater than we can imagine, right? You reaching more people than you can imagine, and by proxy, you having more profit. Oh, wait, Jamie has an affirmation. Yes, new affirmation from Jamie Fleming Dixon. I deserve to be divinely compensated for what I do. Yes, we affirm it. It is your birthright. It is your birthright. And so, another reason why this conversation is needed is because a lot of us, we are tight on the inner game stuff, right? We could sit here, we could meditate. Hey, Ava Laura, that's my girl out in DC, the DMV area, or Maryland, around there, right? We know how to meditate. We know how to, get our chakras aligned and tight, or at least we think we do, right? And we know how to do all of the inner work. We're comfortable in that space. But when it comes to conversations about money, when it comes to conversations about business, when it comes to conversations about getting what you deserve and being, properly compensated over and above for the offerings that bring your heart joy, we then have, we have a little block. We have a little blockage, and we are going to jump over that right now with this program, with what we are doing, right? We're going to skip over all of that. And so, if you are watching this and you haven't already signed up, join us at unblockmybusiness.com, unblockmybusiness.com for the 12 Days of Blissness Spiritual Business Success Camp. All right. So quick rundown of how we're going to be doing this today. Right now, we're going to be talking about your purpose, your platform, and your brand. I'm going to break down for you why you need a platform, how a platform can help you to make more money than you're making right now and reach more people with your message, with your purpose, with your passion. Day 2, tomorrow, we are going to be talking about building your tribe, your ideal tribe, because you're not for everybody. I'm not for everybody, right? None of us are for everybody, but that's okay, because the people who are for you are going to be magnetized to you, be turned on by what you offer, and want to monetize you and your business because it's an energy exchange. All right. So day 3, we're going to be talking about your Spiritpreneur sales funnels. What brings people into your world and your universe? What helps them feel like, okay, this is the person for me, and this person has the offerings that I need. Yes, Ava Laura, she says she did a whole post about us not being for everybody. Yeah, it's important to know, because a lot of us as women, I know for me, hand raised, are raised to be people pleasers, raised to be nice girls, raised to think that everybody has to like us. Everybody ain't gonna like you. We don't like everybody. I don't like everybody. So how would everybody like me? So, right now, every one of us on this line could technically be doing different versions of the same exact thing, but there are different people who are going to be magnetized to us for different reasons. And so that's why it's about us coming together and, pooling our energy, our resources, as a community to educate and empower and uplift each other. That's a more powerful place to come from, because everybody's not into Oprah, everybody's not into Beyonce, and everybody won't be for you. And that is a good thing. If everybody likes you, you are doing something wrong. By trying to appeal to everyone, you are appealing to no one. And so, very, very important. Anthony Hosanna joined. What's up, family? All right. So then day 4 is going to be your Spiritpreneur speaking success, right? Your Spiritpreneur speaking success. Because speaking is going to be an important part of your platform if you are trying to build a guru brand. So being able to put yourself out there, especially for those of us who are shy, are introverted, have those kinds of issues, it's all right. I'm not taking that as an excuse for you to sit back and lay back in the cut on the couch. Your voice is needed. You are needed on the front right now. As we see right now, when you turn on the news, they are burning the place down. And so they need you, they need me, they need those of us who are the light workers and the change workers to get out there, right? And make things happen. While we're sitting around going, oh, I got this issue and I got that issue, they're burning the place down. Like the other day I was saying, that my grandparents on both sides were farmers in Guyana. And can you imagine one of my grandfathers being like, I can't make it to the farm because I have social anxiety? No, that was his calling. That was his purpose. That was the way that he fed his family and his community. And he was needed to do that. And so he made it happen. So, enough of the excuses, enough of us saying the things that would keep us small. And, just because you may have social anxiety or be shy or have whatever issues you have, namaste, goddess Linda, whatever issues you have. Hey, I got a lot of issues too. We all do. But that is not the way and the reason to keep us small. You see my cousin right there? That's how us Guyanese said, spoiled generation. That's what my cousin's saying to you right now. So, this is about us stepping up and stepping out. Because if you were given a dream and a vision within your heart, then there is a means by which for you to put it out into the world and to be abundant with it. It doesn't have to be your side hustle. Look how we do ourselves as society, that the teachers, the people who, the teachers, the enlighteners, the light workers, the creatives, the people who add the sauce and the spirit to life, we pay them the least amount of money. And so by, you only having your source of income being the quote unquote good job where other people are deciding how much to pay you, you're keeping yourself limited. The sky is the limit by you building your own business, by you saying, this is what I'm going to do. And that's how it used to be, that if you needed shoes, the shoemaker was making shoes and selling them to you. We're just living in a different place, in a different community, in a different lifestyle now. And so that's okay because we are stepping up. All right, so then let's see. I'm breaking down what the free spiritual business success camp, the 12 days of blissness are. And this actually is a lead-in to my Spiritpreneur Warrior Business Sisterhood, which is going to be a year-long program where I work with you so that a year from now, you are sitting tall on your platform with your energized and monetized audience, your money in the bank, and you are feeling good about who you are and what you're putting into the world with multiple streams of income. All right. So then day number 4 we said was your speaking success. Day number 5 is going to be your Spiritpreneur courses, packages, and products. That's on Friday. Day 6, we're talking about content marketing, your podcasts, your videos, your webinars. Day 7 is Write and Shine, about writing. People like Jamie, who's there in the comments, people who are writing their books, their blogs, their columns, and how to monetize that. Let me tell you a little side story before I go on to the next day, what we're going to be talking about when it comes to monetizing. So this year, now those of you who are bloggers and in the blogosphere will be familiar with this, but this year Mode Media, which was this big, platform that was monetizing a lot of bloggers, including me, and getting us big advertisers. So advertisers from Target, to, all kinds of advertisers. Hey, Akua, who wanted to work with us because I have a strong platform. They want access to my brand. And so Target would go through them to get to me, pay them, and they would pay me a cut to advertise, write about, blog about, make videos about things on their brand, right? Because you need a platform. We're going to get into that in a second. So Mode Media ran off with people's money, y'all. This is a big story. This was in the Wall Street Journal. A lot of bloggers, they left owing thousands of dollars, like tens of thousands of dollars. Me, luckily, they only got for, it seems like maybe roughly about $3,000, almost $4,000. but they skipped off with a lot of people's money. This was a business that had been in business for the past 10, 15 years, had been a positive business. September, October, they skipped off Mode Media with a lot of people's money. Yeah, Jamie's like, yeah, I remember. And I hadn't written about it or blogged about it in a big way because I was kind of embarrassed at being like taken by these people, because a few days before I'd hit them up and I was like, what's going on? People are saying things are looking shiesty. Y'all are about to declare bankruptcy. And they were like, no, that's not the case, blah, 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 blah. Here is what was really powerful for me out of this, is that when Mode Media folded, a lot of my blogger sisters then scrambled to find new blogging networks to advertise on their brands and their properties and give them new streams of income to monetize their platforms. But I had a revelation. I looked and noticed, that wait, this space on my blog, I'm doing the sidebar and the top of my blog, this advertising space that I'm giving to Mode Media they're paying me, to tweet about Target or whoever, or Instagram about Target. They're paying me because I have access to a strong platform. It's more valuable for me to use that advertising space to sell my own stuff. Because I got stuff. It's more valuable for me. If Target is saying this space is valuable for me, this space is more valuable for Abiola Abrams to sell her affirmation cards and her books and her things that she puts into the world. Because if Target, if I'm going to make, I don't remember what the metrics are, but if I'm going to make, I don't know, I'm just making this up, $1 per click or whatever it is per thing with Target, and I'm going to make, $15 or $10 or whatever per affirmation card deck, or, $500 with whatever program that I'm selling, then I need to use my own space to leverage my own stuff. And so, yes, that's where I want us to be. If you are of value to Target, if you are of value to your employer, that whatever it is, the metrics have to be that they are making more money off of you than they are giving to you. That's the only way capitalism works. And so capitalism works better for you when you are able to make the profit off of you. You are able to leverage your platform. And so that's why I want you to be a guru spiritpreneur, so that you are the value to you. All right? Okay, so then the rest of Spiritpreneur, the 12 days of Blissness, Spiritpreneur, and I still haven't even gotten into today's lesson about how to build your platform. All right. Y'all got me all excited here. All right, so then day number 8 of our free spiritual business success camp. Day number 8 is going to be working with clients as a coach, a healer, as an expert. One-on-one or by programs, or however you are determining that you want to work with them. Yes, Adana, right? So that's what day 8 is going to be. Day 9 is getting media and attention for your message. Whatever you are doing, I'm going to say this. I am looking in the comments and I know I'm seeing lightworker, changemaker, lightworker, changemaker. And I know that because those are the people that are going to be magnetized to me and my work, because that's the light that I'm putting out, right? So just like whatever light you see in me is your own light being reflected back at you. And so we're going to talk about your ideal clients and, what you are putting out into the world and how to create offers that make them excited about working with you. Excited. All right. And then day number 9, we said, getting media for your message. Day number 10, launch, baby, launch. How you launch something into the world, right? Just like when a Hollywood movie is coming out, they will advertise it so long that by the time it comes out, you're like, I thought this happened and this was done already. But yet we'll put something out and then be like, how come nobody bought it? Well, it's because you put it out there, but you didn't launch it. So if you just pop up with something and you're like, oh, here's what I got, here's my affirmation cards or whatever, people are like, oh, whoa, okay. It takes people, advertising wise, at least 8 times that they see something before they can even digest that it, exists. And so that's why they advertise something so much before you even see it. So before it's even available to purchase. So for example, with my Bali retreat that I'm planning, that's in June, I'm telling you about it now. It's in June. Right now, there's no way for you to purchase it. There will be soon, but there's no way for you to purchase that. But I'm letting you know now about it. I'm seeding you with it because it's coming up. And so we're going to be talking about launching, the power of launching your programs, your businesses, your business things that you're putting out into the world. All right. Very important, because there's a difference between your brand and your products and your platform. We'll get into that in a second. All right. Then day number 11 of this free spiritual business success camp, we're going to be talking about your money, monetization, and magnetization. When I say magnetization, I'm talking about magnetizing your ideal clients to you. This goes back to what we were talking about earlier when Ava Laura said that she wrote a post about that you're not for everybody. When you magnetize your ideal clients to you, you're going to naturally be excluding people. In the beginning, I wanted to be for everybody, so I was unable to magnetize my ideal clients to me. I felt like, well, there are some men who are interested. There are, these people, and I want to serve those people. And no, right now I am very specific. I work with spirit-based women leaders, transformational leaders. That's a very specific thing. So if you are wanting to go work for, I don't know if IBM still exists. Oh, I think I'm looking at my computer. They're called Lenovo. If you want to go work for Lenovo and be the CEO of Lenovo, that's amazing and beautiful. And you want support that I have guided meditation albums. I have affirmation cards. I have things that can help to support you. But in terms of me working with you as a coach, I am wanting to work with women who are creating their own thing, period. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's just the tribe I want to work with. Yes, Ava Laura says, as healers, we want to save the world and help everyone, but we can't. And we're not supposed to. And the beautiful thing is that together, each one of us will take our little corner of the world and heal it, and that's the way that we do it. You clean up your little portion. All right. So then day 11, we said, is about your money, making your money. And day 12 is about whether your spiritual business is in alignment with your success. Are you biting off your nose to spite your face? How are you holding yourself back from making the money that you deserve, from having the platform that you deserve, from getting the attention that you deserve? Yes. Linda says, create your own ish. Yes. That's what this is all about. That's what this is about. All right. So that's what we're going to be talking about over the next 12 days. And there is room in the sky for all of us to fly. All right. So here's why you need a platform. All right. So I have 8 reasons why we need a platform. But first, of course, I'm going to tell you a story from my own platform history. Okay. So way back, we're going to step into the Wayback Machine, my own personal Wayback Machine. When my first book came out, my first book, Dare, was published by Simon & Schuster, right? So here's my first book, Dare, which was published by Simon & Schuster, right? And I was really excited that my book was coming out. This isn't the original version. This is the version a couple of years ago. Walmart published a new version for their Black Books division, but it used to be a lot bigger. But it's the same basic thing, same cover. So anyway, I was like, oh yes, I made it. Thank you, Jamie. I was like, yes, I made it, y'all. Simon & Schuster's publishing my book. I'm going to kick back. I'm going to just rake in the profits. I'm about to be Stephen King up in here, or my girl Jackie Collins, or whatever it is, right? And I thought that I didn't have to do one other thing, because now my book was being published by this big entity. And so what was I going to do? Just sit back and go where they told me to go, do what they told me to do, make the money, watch the money roll in. So my book was set to launch on December 7th. Now, I'm a planner. Right now, I got my life. If you ask me what I'm doing November 2017, I can tell you. Men and women plan, and God laughs. So, different things may happen, but I have my plan. I have my roadmap. Okay? And I'll help you make yours if you go to manifestyouryear.com. But anyway, so I got the book was coming out December 7th. September rolls around. Nothing's planned. That's interesting. Nobody's given me any dates of any book signings, launch parties, nothing. October rolls around. All right, that's odd. Okay, I don't want to bother them. I don't want to make waves. I'm just a girl who wrote this book. I'm just an author. I don't want to bother anybody, but maybe somebody should contact me soon. That's October. November comes and nothing is still happening. And that's when I realized nothing was going to happen unless I made it happen. If my book falls by the wayside and nobody buys it, Simon & Schuster keeps on going, right? If my book falls, by the wayside, they're going to keep putting money behind the next person. I am not a priority to them, but I'm a priority to me. And so what I needed to do then, luckily I'm from New York, so I'm a hustler and a spiritual gangster. And I then sprung into action and was able to build up my platform underneath me to be able to launch my book to my bigger audience. Now, the reason why I got the book deal to begin with was the fact that I had a platform. Your brand is what you represent. All of the things that you put together of how you show up in the world, right? We get it twisted and we think your brand is just your business card or the colors you choose for your website, and we get stuck in that minutia. It's all of the ways you show up in the world, what your message, what your voice is, what the feeling is that people get from dealing with you and your products and your services and your offerings. That's your brand. Your platform is what you stand on top of to share that brand with your ideal clients and customers. And in order to have a bigger reach, you need to have a bigger platform, right? Yes, Linda, your platform is building a platform, right? It's building a platform for a larger audience. Thank you. Yes. And so what I was able to then scramble and put together in that book launch was, my girl Renee Daniel Flagler came through. A lot of people that I had been pouring into for free, I was then able to say, wait, now I have a paid, offering. Let's get this into the world. And so luckily I had a cachet in that way that I was able to then also get on the phone with Barnes & Noble and Walmart and Borders and be like, what are y'all doing? Black History Month, what's on your calendar? Women's History Month, what's on your calendar? You need to have this Black girl right here and this book right here on your stage, empowering your audiences, I started calling colleges, calling people, contacting people, and magnetized my platform. And I'm going to date myself here, and I'm perfectly fine with that because I've earned my age and I feel good about it. I then had, I think it was 450,000 friends on Black Planet, y'all. For the youngins, Black Planet preceded MySpace, and it was Black Planet, Asian Ave, and Mi Gente, the 3 online networks of color. And so on Blackspace and MySpace, Black Planet and MySpace, and I was then able to build and magnetize my ideal audience to my offering. And so that's why you need a platform. A platform, the 8 things the platform will do for you is, number 1, a platform establishes your authority and your credibility to your audience. Number 2, your platform creates brand engagement, a conversation with you and your brand and your audience, so that, it's more than you just saying, hey, buy my stuff, buy my stuff, buy my stuff. Nobody wants to buy your stuff if you're just putting it out into the world like that. No, thank you. It's you having a conversation, a dialogue, a relationship with your ideal clients. So then they are happily coming to you to buy your stuff. They are wanting to buy your stuff because your stuff makes their lives better. Wow, Linda, married 18 years. That's amazing. Jamie says she was on the tail end of Black Planet. Linda says her friends are married 18 years. Linda, I was worried about that. I was like, Linda, when have you been married in the cut? And I didn't know about that. And then, yes, Afua, I was like, hey, I made it. Oh, or maybe you're saying you made it to the conversation. All right. So number 2, yes, it creates brand engagement. Number 3, your platform will have people looking for you, your ideal clients, your ideal opportunities. So 2 weeks ago, for example, when I spoke at Bob Proctor from The Secret, I spoke at his Modern Day Millionaire Summit, along with Reverend Michael Bernard Beckwith and a lot of other, spiritual and empowerment leaders and gurus. They found me. 90% of the TV appearances that I do, they find me because of my platform and my positioning, which I'm going to teach you as much as I can in this free course. But of course, if we work together, on a deeper offering, we will make it happen. All right. Then number 4, fourth thing that your platform can do for you, why you need a platform, is that it helps you to create a following, right? Your platform, your people who usually are your ideal audience, most of the time are people who are similar to you. If you're trying to put a product into the world for people that you don't relate to or have no connection to, then it's probably the wrong product. That you want to create something with people that you feel good about, that you're excited about. One of the reasons I'm excited about my Bali retreat is I'm going to get to hang out in Bali with a bunch of badass women. That is awesome. And the fact that we're going to be down there, working on abundance, that's the benefit. That's the like an added bonus to it, right? So, hey, Miss Lee. Yes, Linda, like attracts like. And so that's an important thing to know. So, okay, when creating a platform, the next thing that you need to know, the next reason why creating a platform is beneficial is number 5, that you can create passive income faster. So passive income technically is income from something you create once, and then, you never talk about it again, and it can be, money will be rolling in from it. Now, that is partially true, but chances are most of us are not going to create something and then never look at it or talk about it or tweet about it or whatever again, because the things that we're creating, you and I as a community, are things that we're creating as empowerment and teaching tools, and we want to be fully engaged with it. But what passive income means is that while I'm having this conversation with you, that technically X amount of people can be buying my affirmation cards or my meditation albums or my books. So, I want you to be making money in your pajamas. If you are a health coach and, you were able to radically change your life with your eating plan, and you're able to make that eating plan available, and women are buying it, or men, or whoever is your ideal audience, and able to change their bodies and change their lives, that is passive income. All right. So we want you to have multiple income streams and sources of passive income, not just one income stream where if things shift or things shut down or whatever, multiple income streams. Yes, Jamie, you will manifest the retreat. You will be there. I know it. I see you there. Let's hold a vision right now of all of us in Bali. Yes, drinking in that beautiful sunshine and talking about abundance. It's the Abundance, Pray, Love Retreat. Yes. Yes. That's beautiful. Linda says yes. Tamar calls it money, sleeping money. Yes, the money that you're making while you are asleep, while you're catching your Z's. And it's a beautiful thing to wake up in the morning and be like, yay, okay, X amount of people bought that. That's beautiful. That's wonderful. All right. Because the math of, say, $1 million business, if you have $1,000 program and 1,000 people buy it, do the math. It's easier than we think. And this is what they should have been teaching us in school while we were getting those fancy degrees. But it's all right, because now we got each other's back, right? Right. Okay. And so it is. Okay. Now, number 6 reason why you want to have a platform is that a platform, the awesome thing is that it's free market research. So you can really serve your community deeper and deeper and deeper. So instead of going wider and wider and wider, trying to include more and more groups of the people you serve, you can go deeper with the people that you serve. And so, for example, with, Jamie, who is in the field of yoga and health and, feeling good about your body in that way, maybe she invents some kind of yoga mat that, is more revolutionary than the other yoga mats. And, then, right? Let's affirm that. Let's give some hearts and affirm that for Jamie creating that. And so then she's serving her community in a deeper way. And the only way that she would know her community needed that is through being able to do market research. The whole reason we're having this conversation, the whole reason that my upcoming Spiritpreneur Warrior Business Sisterhood exists is because in 2014, I sent my tribe an email and did market research and said, how can I serve you greater? What are your issues? And people said, These are my issues. I got inner game issues and I got outer game issues. I want to know how to do what you're doing. I want to learn how to be on a stage and speaking and have my own products and be able to publicize it on TV and empower women with the work that I do with my blogs, with my columns, with my, podcasts, with whatever. And so I said, yes, okay, I will teach you to do that. And so that's why you want to be able to have a platform with the title of, let me get my book. With the title of The Sacred Bombshell Handbook of Self-Love, right? With the title of The Sacred Bombshell Handbook of Self-Love, that originally, I can't remember what the original title was, but I had some titles that when I went and I did a survey of the women who are on my mailing list, I was like, here are my titles. Which do you like? And the ones that I thought were hot, they were like, no, I don't like that. I think one had the title Womanhood or Womanly or something like that in the title. And my sisters told me they don't relate to that. They felt like, when you talk about woman, like that's our moms, right? But they related to sacred bombshell. They related like me to goddess. So that's where I had to come from because my market told me, hey, here's what I need. Here's what I want. Here's how I'm thinking. So being able to have a platform, yay, Jamie's reading The Sacred Bombshell Handbook of Self-Love. Yes, being able to have a platform allows you to then create things that are specifically for your audience because as a spiritpreneur, you care about your audience. You're not, no offense to McDonald's, I'm sure they care about their people, but I don't know, that we want to have an intimate relationship with our audience where we are creating things directly for them. So if you are a beauty guru, say, and your audience says, the shades of lipstick don't work for my complexion and I need lipstick that looks good on me or lipstick that I can wear all day or whatever the issues are of your specific audience, you won't know that because you won't come up with it in your mind unless your audience says that to you. And the other way around, you could create something without having been in touch with your audience and then they can say, I don't want that. And you took all your time and your money and your energy to create something that your audience doesn't need. And so the beautiful thing having a platform does is it allows you to have a dialogue. Yay, Anika read it too. It allows you to have a dialogue with your audience. Number 7 reason why you want to have a platform is that a platform increases your market value significantly, right? So, for example, like earlier when I was talking about Target and those brands that were advertising on sacredbombshell.com, which was previously abiolatv.com at the time, those brands were coming to advertise not because they like me, not because they think I'm a good person, not because they think I'm cute. They were coming because I had value to them in specifically the women that I could reach, that specific audience they wanted access to. Along the same lines, when I was building the platform around Dare, and so, Dare, because it's self-help that was set in, the hip hop world. And I was interviewing people. I did videos for interviewing people like Busta Rhymes and LL Cool J and Ryan Leslie and, people like that and Q-Tip and, whoever, because that was of interest to the audience of the platform that I was building at that time, that was specific for that audience. And so my audience was like, you get me, because we're interested in the same things, right? So LL Cool J and Busta Rhymes and Ryan Leslie, they didn't sit down with me because their people thought Abiola's cool. That would have been nice, but they didn't. Their management wanted to reach my audience. So I was of value. They wanted to reach my platform. And so I was of value to them. So having a platform raises your market value. All right? Very important. Number 8 reason why you want to have a platform. It cuts out the middleman and the gatekeeper. So a couple of you said that you're reading and you're going to read or have read The Sacred Bombshell Handbook of Self-Love. So let me tell you a story about platform related to writing that book. So after I told you earlier about Dare and how, my experience with launching the book and thinking, I've made it, y'all. And I didn't until I was able to make it happen. So after now I got Barnes and Noble and Walmart on board and, and the book was selling and everybody was passionate and excited about it. And we were touring and we were in Detroit and we were in Atlanta and we were in Philly and we were in the malls and, we were selling the books and etc. Then Simon & Schuster was like, oh, this looks good. Okay. Because that's how corporate America works, right? So they were like, oh, this is good. Then they came on board after, that. And so of course, for my next book, what they wanted, and they were not wrong to want it, it would have been good business, would be to do a follow-up book, Dare number 2 or whatever, right? Hey, Belly! That would have been, the thing to do. But my soul and my spirit told me that was not the next move for me. Because I am a spiritpreneur, because I am a heart-centered entrepreneur, because I go with my inspired and my divinely led action steps. For me, I felt that I needed to write this book that became the Sacred Bombshell Handbook of Self-Love. And so they were at that time like, well, your audience, because they can only see what you show them, that everybody's not a visionary for you. You have to be your own visionary. You hold the vision. So stop trying to spread your dreams under the feet of people who can't understand it. They will understand it when they see it. You are the leader. You are the visionary. So right now I want you to take an oath and a pledge with me to stop asking people to believe in you who do not believe in themselves. Stop asking people to have a vision for your vision. Until you do it, they're not going to see it. You, again, are the visionary. You hold the vision. All right? That they are the ones who maybe will be parts of you helping to make it happen, but you're the visionary. Don't ask other people to see your vision the way that you do. They cannot. They cannot. It doesn't make them bad people. They just can't. The inspiration came to you for a reason. So you walk in it. You walk on the forefront. You lead. And so the coolest thing was that, this first generation daughter of immigrants, first person in my family born in America, when I released the Sacred Bombshell Handbook of Self-Love, I won an African American Literary Award for Best Self-Help. And for some reason, my hand is shaking as I'm saying this. And this was in 2014. And I don't know why I'm getting teary talking about it now, but I won Best Self-Help at the African American Literary Awards and I was in the same category as Ian LeVincent and Russell Simmons and Bishop T.D. Jakes. And my publishing company could not see that. And it wasn't for them to see it because it was my vision to walk in. You got that? And so being able to have a platform is what allowed that to happen, because I wasn't even going to enter the book into the African American Literary Awards, but because I have a platform, they said to me, enter this book. And then when I said to my audience, I sent out an email. I think it was just one email. And I said, if you have read this book and care about it, or you're loosely interested in it, go and vote for my book at the African American Literary Awards. And people did. And I won. Thank you, Afua. Thank you, Jamie. Thank you, Brenda. Thank you, Kayla. And I won. And your platform, my platform, in that way that they say your platform is what you stand on, but my platform lifted me up in that way, right? And so I think that this is really important. It's very important for us as heart-centered leaders and entrepreneurs to know that it's an exchange with what we do, that you're not McDonald's where you're just slapping things out there and putting things out there. You are having a relationship with your audience. You are a servant leader. I created this program because I am a servant leader, because this is what my audience needs for us to go to the next level. And so I have a vision of in the future. Thank you, Linda. I have a vision of us together in the future, of me. You guys outgrow this program, right? And then this program is there for the next, round of people to come. And then you guys need a program on how to be empowered in living in your millionaire greatness. the Goddess Millionaire program, where it's a program about you being comfortable with you having that kind of abundance. Yes, can we affirm that? Let's affirm that. Let's affirm that. Thank you, Jamie. I appreciate you too, sis. So let's affirm that. I want us to, a rising tide lifts all boats. I want us to lift and rise together, for us to move forward together. And so you having a platform is going to enable you to do all of those things and more. So I want to share with you, yay, Brenda. I want to share with you a case study. And it's funny, this sister actually, she didn't even know that I was going to talk about her brand today. I did a video earlier on YouTube, and then I was like, I better let her know I'm talking about her brand. So the awesome Lori Angel is the creator of a brand called Yoni Cups, right? I'm going to do a little case study on platform and the advice that I would give her for her Yoni Cups, right? So Yoni Cups this is pretty awesome. I think it's pretty badass that she invented this. So that's why I'm talking about it. I interviewed her. She contacted me through Instagram, and I think it was Instagram, and I interviewed her. Yes, let's rise together. Let's rise together. Let me just say this. What I want is next year, when I announce the second Bali retreat, that we don't have to think about how, nobody's saying, I got to scramble the money to do that. People saying, oh, cool, I don't want the payment plan. Let's do it. Let's make it happen. That is where we need to be. Let's rise together. In one generation, we can shift the energy of our families. We can shift the energy of our bloodlines. We really can do that. I firmly believe that with everything in me. Let's be the generation that then people can look back and be like, you know what my great-great-grandmother did? Just like I talk about my great-great-grandmother. Was she great-great-grandmother? Great-great-grandmother. My mom's grandmother, who was a midwife and a women's fertility healer. I want people looking back at you and being like, let me tell you what my grandmother did and how she shifted my whole family's energy and abundance. Yes, amen to that. Okay, so this is the Yoni Cups by Lori Angel, right? So she created this to be a safer, healthier way for us as women to capture our periods, So tampons and pads are often made with bleaches and things that cause all kinds of women's issues and conditions, from unhealthy cramping, etc., to on the light end to, cancers and toxic shock on the heavy end, right? So she created this product because she was passionate about it, the Yoni Cup. Like I said, I interviewed her for my Essence column, and I think that it's a great case study for those of us who are Spiritpreneurs to talk about. So if I was advising Lori, and the funny thing is that when I went and searched in my email for Lori's email to let her know, hey, Lori, I'm going to be talking about you in this video, that then I saw that Lori had contacted me and been contacting me about doing coaching together. So this is perfect. So, all right. So if I was working with Lori, that I would tell her, and this is what I would tell you with your brand, she needs to become a yoniologist. Her brand is Yoni Cups, right? About us having healthy periods. She needs to become the preeminent person when it comes to periods and the yoni, anything having to do with the yoni, the uterus, sacral chakra. She needs to be the number one expert that people think of when it comes to that. And she needs to build her whole platform with her as the queen bee, one-stop resource for everything when it comes to that. Now, this is important to know when it comes to platform. That doesn't mean that she, as the guru, as the expert, needs to have all of that information herself. Look at Oprah. Oprah has built an amazing brand and platform on her being the curator of experts, right? So Oprah doesn't make, for example, the things that she says, these are my favorite things. She waves her magic Oprah wand and says, yes, this, and this. And by her power, the power that we perceive her to have, she says those things are the things for us, her audience, to be magnetized and pay attention to. Similarly with the experts, that she says, these are the experts that I think you should pay attention to, and she interviews them on Super Soul Sunday, that she then is magnetizing us to to say, let's pay attention to that person. Let's listen to that person, And so you can be a curator and still have the expert cachet, still have the guru cachet. So what I would want for Lori, like I said, you don't just want to just say, buy my stuff, buy my stuff, buy my stuff, because no one would be listening. So she needs to educate us about why we need to buy her stuff. Why do we need to make a change? Why do we need to do this? Please, been having my period for X amount of years. Why do something different? So, it says here, the Yoni cup is vegan. It's natural. It's 100% medical grade silicone. It's non-absorbent. It has up to 12 hours of protection. It's recommended for ages 13 and up. She has here, sacred menstruation is honoring the womb and the menses and the ancient feminine. And, everything that she has on this box, these things are potential articles, points of talking. She needs to come out, for example, anytime that women's reproductive health people are talking about right now, she needs to come out and talk about it. When our president-elect disgustingly said, that he needed to grab women by the pee, or he wanted to grab a woman by the pee, or whatever he was saying, she needed to come out and, be blogging about that, talking about it, writing about it, because she needs to be the yoniologist. She needs to be, when people think of yoni empowerment and women's empowerment, when it comes to the uterus and women's reproductive health, they need to think of her. So when people need TV experts, when people need whatever it is, they turn to her. Similarly, if you are a love coach or a beauty coach or a beauty guru, niche it down. Love coach is too big. Health coach is too big. A health coach to whom? Are you a health coach to, people like my mom who have less mobility? Are you a health coach to, are you doing yoga for babies? Are you like my 2-year-old niece? That would be fun. Are you a health coach to people who are wanting to lose weight, people who are wanting to gain weight? Be specific. Again, the more specific you can be, the more your audience is going to say, ooh, that person is for me. They're talking to me. And then you want to build your platform around you being, we want to know, why are you the person for us to come to about this topic? Make it very easy for us as your audience to know why you are our personal guru. Okay? So if I was Lori, I would get with, for example, there's the vagina monologues. The woman Eve Ensler, who created the vagina monologues, a few years ago, I did a film festival. I curated a film festival at a couple of museums in Manhattan, the Museum for the Moving Image, and the Museum for Film and Television, I believe. I think those are two different museums. It was 2 museums in Manhattan, and I curated the Until the Violence Stops Vagina Warriors Film Festival. Here's the button. I just found it recently, cleaning up clutter. Vagina Warriors, a new revolution. That was a movement. That's what Lori needs to do with her brand. Create a movement. I know, Linda, specifying is very daunting, and it's scary because we feel like we're going to be leaving money on the table, but you're not. You are not leaving money on the table by specifying, because right now your audience can't see you when you just say, I am a guru for everybody. Let me give you an example. Right now, a lot of you know that this year that I was diagnosed with very extreme fibroids, right? And I'm working on healing myself of that. If right now, Linda, you were a yoga guru for women who have health conditions like fibroids and endometriosis and blah, 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 and I'd buy anything you have. I would buy anything that you have. Again, selling is daunting because we think that it's buy my stuff, buy my stuff, buy my stuff. I'm not talking about that. If you knock on your neighbor's house, some of y'all have heard me say this, if you knock on your neighbor's house at 3 a.m. to say, hey, or hey, buy my stuff, he's going to call the cops. He wants nothing to do with you. If you knock on his door at 3 a.m. because his house is on fire, or if you knock on his door at 3 a.m. because you have the solution to his deepest burning need, now you're not selling. He wants it. He wants whatever you are offering. And so that's what niching down will do for you. That's why you want to be very, very specific. Yes, you want to share, not sell. You want to offer. It's the same as us having this conversation, for example, right? Or when I'm talking about, the program, the Spiritpreneur Warrior Business Sisterhood, is the same exact thing as it literally is the same exact thing as, okay, I know this way that I was able to make my life better. I know this way that I was able to improve my business, have passive income, have more income. I know how to make more income faster. I know how to save you time on the issues and challenges that I had. I know how to magnetize your ideal clients to you. And so if I'm sitting around with my girlfriends and they need to know that, I'm going to tell them. The way that you build a platform is because, of course, you have to leverage that information, is the same exact thing, except for there is an energy exchange of commerce. Money is just energy. It's us giving money for the things that are of value to us. And so it's the same exact thing. And so, Linda, I will definitely send you info on how to sign up for the year long. Absolutely. And I would be honored to work with you, sis. Honored, because I believe in you and I believe in your vision. Absolutely. 1,000,000%. That, we think that, again, that we're going to be leaving money on the table by specifying and choosing a niche. But you are not. You are absolutely not. You are bringing more money to you. Again, you don't want to go wider. You want to go deeper. You want to go deeper and deeper and deeper. And then when you have niched it way down, then your ideal client and customer is going to be like, oh my God, she is speaking to me. She is speaking my language. That's why, Linda, Brenda's saying more info about Bali. Okay. I will send that to you, Brenda, as well. Thank you, Linda. She says my meditation albums have helped her to shift because I've niched my audience down to a very, very specific, tiny group. Then I'm able to serve greater, be more specific, and have offerings that speak to my audience. So, for example, if you created, if you're doing coaching, if you're a life coach and you say, I have empowerment coaching, what does that mean? What kind of empowerment? Empowerment for whom? What's the difference? I have different needs than my parents. I have different needs than my brother. I have different needs even than maybe other people who on the surface would look like me. We have different concerns. And so the more specific that you can get about what it is that you're offering, then your clients want to work with you. Your clients need to work with you because you are you're the person knocking on your neighbor's door and saying, I have the solution to your biggest burning desire. So you are solving their problems. You are now not a nuisance. You are offering instead of selling. And that's a more powerful place to come from. And it's a place that you will feel better about as a heart-centered, as a soul-centered, spiritpreneur, because that's who we are at our core. That's who we are. We're not the people that, are going to go and sell some BS that we don't believe in. We are going to offer the things that we believe in wholeheartedly. So that because you believe that I believe with my whole heart and soul and know for a fact that, the things that I'm offering are transformational. And it's the same with, many of you who I'm seeing in the comments whom I know I believe with my whole heart and soul because I've seen the things that you offer that they either are already transformational or with some tweaks and some work that they can be. And then they magnetize. When I'm talking about magnetizing, monetizing, I think we all know, right? Monetizing is being able to get money, energy exchange for the things that you're putting into the world. Magnetizing is being able to put something forward that then your clients and customers are saying, where is it? I want it because it speaks directly to them. Like I said, the math is not as complicated as we think that it would be, right? The math is not, if you haven't signed up for this energy shift also, thank you, Linda, for sharing my coaching link. Go to unblockmybusiness.com and you will, to be a part of this specific free 12 Days of Blissness Spiritual Business Success Camp. Okay. And as we go on, then we'll be talking about the year-long program, which is the Spiritpreneur Warrior Business Sisterhood. Like I said, my objective is none other than a year from now for you to have money in the bank, a rabid cult-like following, people who are passionate about your work, multiple passive income streams, and media for your message, for the things that you are putting out there. And, so that's why the first lesson that we're talking about today is your platform. So, of course, if we're working together, then we are going to build it brick by brick by brick. Brick by brick, brick by brick by brick. Say that 5 times fast. Authentically from who you are. Not from, you having to be somebody else. From who you really are in your heart and in your soul, Because if the vision has been put into your heart, it is because we need it on the planet. What you are putting out there is because we need it. So we needed to get it specific, and so that your audience can receive it. Okay? All right. So let me see. Any other things with our case study for Lori Angel and her yoni cups? So as I said, I would have her be the yoniologist, and I would have her talk about all things related to the uterus and the sacral chakra. I would have her, depending on what her personality is and how she puts it out there. Yes, I do work with ground zero entrepreneur clients, but I would need to, how do you pronounce your name? It's really pretty. Azri or Aziri? Show me a phonetic pronunciation. With a name like Abiola, I make a point to get everybody's name right. But I would want to interview you first. For ground zero entrepreneur clients, I tend to want to interview you first before you come into a program. And the reason is this. Everybody is not an entrepreneur. Some people are wantrepreneurs. And that's not a bad thing. Some people have an employee mentality. There's a difference. The hustle ain't for everybody. And that is okay. Again, no shade, nothing wrong with that. That it's very important that we know who we are. Entrepreneurs are, passionate about what they're doing from day to night. Entrepreneurs are make it happen people who, yes, we get blocked. You may feel blocked. You may feel stuck. You may be working on your website for 6 years, before launching it, like some people have told me that they have done, but they still have that vision and that purpose. And so I absolutely work with ground zero entrepreneurs, but I would want to, just interview you interview me first, us having a conversation to make sure that we are a fit, to make sure that you are an entrepreneur, a spiritpreneur, and not a wantrepreneur. Right? Yes. Okay. Ooh, there's the phonetic pronunciation of her beautiful name. Ooh or Oh, Siri. A Siri. Oh, that's beautiful. Yes. So, yes. So it's important, know thyself, know which one you are, know who you are and what you're bringing to the table. So again, also what I would do if I was, going to tell, let me try. I'm trying to open this thing so I can show you guys. I took this out of my storage to talk about the yoni cups. I would use, somebody gave me this. This is a puppet of the yoni area. If I was Lori Angel with the yoni cups, I would make videos with a puppet like that would shock and awe people and make them stop and pay attention and make them want to send it to their friend and be like, did you see this chick talking about the yoni cups? And so then people are marketing her business. It's going viral. They are sharing her business. They're talking about it. They are, she, like I said, needs to evangelize and be singing from the rooftops of what her business is. And that is how she's going to double and triple her audience. That is how she's going to double and triple her income. And that is how she is going to double and triple her standing in the world and make room for her other products that she's going to create, so that once people have that one product, because we want to go deep with her. If you are interested in what someone offers, yes, there she is. If you're interested in what someone offers, you want to go deep with them. So yes, so Lori, I'm glad to see you there. Everybody, that's Lori from the Yoni Cups. Lori, I want to see you with videos with the Yoni puppet, inspirational series, Yoniologist. Lori, and now introducing Yoniologist, Lori Angel Price. And here she is with this puppet. What? Talk about shock and awe. Now, I don't know what talk shows are on, but Dr. Oz and Dr. Phil and people want to talk to you. You need to be on Dr. Oz. You have something that is going to make people's lives healthier. You have something that, 50% of the population, is women, right? Then we get our periods for what? 30 years of our lives? 40 years of our lives. We get our periods, right? Most people start to menstruate around age 12 or so, right? And menopause is around 55. So that is a strong base. You need to be everywhere, evangelizing, singing on any platform where people will listen to you about the Yoni cups. And then with your further products that you have, again, it's building out a product line that is making you even more the expert, the vagina warrior, who is talking about this. And so then your ideal client and customer is saying, here's my money. They're going to be like, let me give you my money. Another thing that Lori could do with her brand is that, like I said, there's the vagina monologues. Lori, your website should be an interactive platform for sharing where women come and post about our first periods. Everybody's got first period stories. I know I do. My Guyanese mama didn't feel comfortable talking about periods, so she didn't teach me and my sister about having our period. It just wasn't something that she felt comfortable to do. And so she gave us books and pamphlets and things like that. People have first period stories. Your website needs to be where people come to talk about that. Again, you are putting yourself as the center of the universe, or the Yoniverse. You like that, right? The center of the Yoniverse, where people are coming to talk about their experiences. And while they're there, they need to pick up some Yoni cups as well. So again, you're going to educate, you're going to inspire, you are going to entertain, but all with people coming back to spend money within your brand. You got it? Like there was the vagina monologues. You may even want to create the period monologues or the Yoni cup monologues, where then the women who have shared their stories on your site, you pick 20 of them and publish them in an anthology. That there's a very specific way, and I'll talk to you offline, of course, about a very specific way that you can build all of that out so that these people are coming looking for you, and that people then understand why, not only why, number one, why they need the Yoni cup. That's one. Number two is why your Yoni cup is the one that they need. Because there are other cups that are out there. There are, I just saw a Kickstarter recently for someone who is also creating a new cup. But we don't want people saying, oh, okay, that's great. I got that information. Now I'm just going to go to the store and buy the Yoni cup there. No! We want them to know why your Yoni cup is the one that is the life-changing, life-enhancing, life-enriching Yoni cup for them. You see what I'm saying? Because that is the way that you are going to magnetize your ideal client and customer to you. Your ideal clients right now don't even know that you need them. They don't even know that the other way around, that they need you. Because we don't know what we don't know. They don't know that. So you have to be the one to get out there and let them know why. Why? And so your platform is what's going to be able to lift you up for them in order for them to do that. All right? So, okay, this has been day one. Thank you for all the thumbs ups. Day one of our spiritual business success camp. 12 days of blissness. This is all outer game. My previous Unblock Your Energy Shift was an inner game program. My Manifest Your Magic monthly moon circles are an inner game program. This is all outer game. So amazing. Afua says, I work in marketing and branding for others, yet often I'm when it comes to my own brand. Yeah. Yay, it's rocking the Yoniverse. Yes, and it's okay to receive help. It is not only okay, but it is necessary. It's necessary. Any woman, who has built a powerful brand, Beyonce has a team. Oprah has a team. Michelle Obama has a team. The president has a team. That's why the president has a cabinet. We need support. You don't know what you don't know. We all need coaching, support. We need the information in order to do what we need to do. And we need the accountability, and the hand-holding. And there is nothing wrong with that. It doesn't make you weaker. It makes you stronger to be able to stand in your truth and know what you need to take your vision and your life to the next level. All right? So tomorrow's lesson is... how to build your tribe. That's going to be a good one. And if you head over to unblockmybusiness.com, you will find, not right this minute, but an hour after this, you will find related resources. You can head over there now. Some stuff is there now, but I'm going to add in some resources, some things that I'm thinking about that may empower you. And I will add, as a free bonus, I'm feeling it, as a free bonus to this free class, I had done a presentation before on, painting a picture for us as Spiritpreneurs on how easy it is for those of you who still are trying to get to 6 figures, how easy that vision can be. So I'm going to post that as a bonus to this free class at unblockmybusiness.com. All right? So you're welcome, Jamie. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Yes, very necessary. Salt and pepper. Fua. You are welcome, Anika. You are welcome, Lori. And so I'm going to post all of this. Head over to unblockmybusiness.com. Definitely join us in the private Facebook group so that if you have questions, I can support you while we're doing this 12 days of blissness. And in a few days, I will let you know how we can go deeper with the Spiritpreneur, warrior, business, sisterhood, 12 months, 1 full year of radical action taking to put you and your business and your money and your audience and your mission in a totally different place. All right, my loves, you are the president of your own life. Namaste. The sacred bombshell and Spiritpreneur in me sees, adores, and accepts the sacred bombshell in you. Yay!